Okay, guys, so it's a process when you doing your hat making. Now what I'm trying to do is buff it to get the finest felt after I kind of get almost the shape I want. Yeah, because it's going to be like a bucket hat. And this is like this because the tie, when I tie it in the back, it gives me that. So the clip is on the back, so I know what's the front from the back. Hope y'all having a happy Saturday. Oh, sorry, I'm just buffing away. I'm just trying to make sure I have it smooth, especially going around. I got my sidekick here today. My granddaughter's here. I was telling her about the black squirrels that come. She don't believe me. So hopefully they show up today. And she can see them. So the hat is not completely stiff all the way. I just get it, you know, sort of stiff into kind of like the way I want it. So now I'm just trying to buff off any excess, and then we're gonna really set it with the shellac and let it set once I get the desired shape that I want. Yeah, once I get that. Kind of keep that clip so you'll know your front from the back, because if you don't, you will wind up flipping it and it'll be in the wrong way. And you'll be like, oh wow. So I always put that clip back there as a reminder. Sometimes you could see from where I had it tied off at, but I just wouldn't want to get my front in my back. So that's what I'm working on. So this one is going to be a flat top, because I don't want all my hats to be like the exact same way, but I also go with the shape that I like. Okay, I like a certain shape, and that's the shape that I like. Yeah, that's the shape that I... Come on. Little foamy thing. My tripod is crooked as hell. It got broke, and then I just glued it back together. So y'all see that? Some of that shellac coming out. Okay, so I got it buffed. I like it to be flat like a pancake, flat like a pancake. Rubbing alcohol. I got it on the board. And they got a fire blanket that I'm going to order. My torch is going out. Yes. Guys, I got a call. I got to go. I'll be back. So the reason why I be doing all this buffing, I want it to be, my head to be smooth. Very smooth. So that's why I'm buffing like I'm buffing. So I go over it a couple times to get it to where I want it. I be making a mess, but I make a mess and clean up really good. Got that Dyson, get all this up. I was doing it upstairs, but upstairs got carpet, and it makes it actually harder to get the stuff up. I'm gonna get the Dyson to get it up, but so I just do it on the floor. It's real easy, and I can see it real good. Can't wait to have that room specifically for my hats. So yeah, I'm just trying to get. So last night I was doing some shaping and I put some shellac on. And like I said, this is rubbing alcohol, the shellac. The little bit that I put on, make sure it's in dry form. So what we're doing is, when we're setting it on fire, we're letting it burn off all the loose felt. And it's pretty much a go out on its own. See that? Go out on its own. Get right here. And it's only gonna burn off the alcohol. So I don't drench it. So it's not drenched or anything, but you see the little burnt look, and you just brush it off. Now, if you wanted to have that burnt look, then don't spray the alcohol on it. You got to hold it on there a couple seconds, and it'll give you that fiery look. But this is the process when you're making a hat. So now that I'm at the point where I got it to the smoothness that I want. And I have it that way. Try not to burn this clip and melt it in there. You don't want to burn the clip. So I'll be moving the clip around. So you see that? You do a little bit and the fire is going to go out on its own. So then I will do measurements on the blade, on the brim, and get the brim to the desired cut. And without sweatband and stuff on, it's gonna be big. So it's big right now because there's no sweatband or anything in here. So that's why I look really big. But once I put the sweatband and the shellac and all that on it, it's gonna get smaller and tighter. So yeah, those are the steps that you take to make amazing masterpieces. So that's what it do. So this is the back. Always know your front from your back. So the blade is gonna get, the brim is gonna get trimmed up evenly all around. Sometimes I just eyeball it. But if you got another hat, remember I said if you can't eyeball it, put your hat on top of another hat. But that brim cutter gives you the perfect measurements going all the way around. So now that I have it, front, back. So all of my other hats be like the fedora one. So this one is gonna be kind of like that. And then once my bands and all that stuff going, it's gonna be really, really cute. But yeah, I wanted this one to be a flat top. And so yeah, I put the shellac in here and let it, when you want it to be flat at the top, you got to put the shellac in there, let it dry. And I put some weight in there, and it's going to give me like that top on the top is going to be flat. So yeah, so okay guys, I'm gonna clean up my mess, and I'll be ready for another step. So as always, thanks for watching, and probably the next time y'all see this hat, it will be done. So you guys have a happy Saturday. Toodles. What I'm doing here, I am putting a binder on the end of the hat. We're gonna see if I can get some footage of it. Let's see. The phone is like barely hanging up there, so you just get the bias tape and add it to the end. And I'm doing this before the hat wind up getting really, really hard, because if once it get really, really hard, it's going to be harder to go through the needle. So I want the hat to still be soft around the edges when I'm adding the bias piece. So yes, a lot of stages when you figure out what you want to do to your hat. Yes, a lot that goes into this. So yeah, but I enjoy it though. I enjoy the journey. So yeah, I'm just adding the bias piece around. Toodles.